Your brain is wired to lie to you about your future, and it's keeping you alive. You think you're less likely to get sick, get divorced, or lose your job than everyone else. But here's the twist. This isn't just a flaw. It's a survival mechanism. In 2007, neuroscientist Tali Sharot published a groundbreaking study that revealed how our brains process good and bad news. She found that most people have a persistent belief that their future will be brighter than average. This is called the optimism bias, a cognitive illusion that makes us underestimate risks and overestimate our chances of success. In this video, we'll break down the neuroscience behind this bias. We'll explore why your brain is wired to ignore negative information. And most importantly, we'll show you how to harness this bias without letting it destroy your plans. Because the bias that protects your mental health can also wreck your finances, your health, and your relationships. Let's start with a simple question. Do you really believe you're above average? Here's what happens in your brain when you think about the future. When you imagine a positive event, a promotion, a happy relationship, good health, your prefrontal cortex lights up like a Christmas tree. But when you imagine a negative event, illness, failure, heartbreak, those same regions go quiet. Your brain literally resists processing bad news. This isn't a glitch. It's a feature. Evolutionarily, optimism gave our ancestors the courage to hunt, explore, and take risks. Without it, we'd still be hiding in caves. But here's the problem. In today's world, this bias is mismatched. You avoid getting health screenings because you think you're fine. You stay in a bad relationship because you think it will magically improve. You start a business without a backup plan because you're convinced you'll beat the odds. 90% of startups fail, but every founder believes they're in the 10%. This is why the optimism bias is both your greatest strength and your greatest weakness. It protects your mental health, but it sabotages your planning. But here's the real paradox. People who are overly optimistic actually live longer, heal faster, and perform better under stress. Optimism isn't just a nice feeling, it's biological armor. So, why would you ever want to reduce it? Because the problem isn't optimism itself. It's that we apply it to the wrong things. We're optimistic about winning the lottery, but pessimistic about our ability to learn new skills. We're optimistic about our health, but pessimistic about the power of small daily habits. The goal isn't to kill optimism. It's to aim it at the right targets. So, how do you keep the benefits of optimism without falling into its trap? Step 1. Adopt the Premortem technique. Imagine your project has failed. Now, write down every possible reason why. This forces your brain to process the risks it naturally avoids. Step 2. Create an optimism budget. Allow yourself to dream, but set aside time and resources for the worst-case scenario. Step 3. Separate your future self from your present self. When you think about the future, you're optimistic. When you think about tomorrow, be realistic. This isn't about killing hope. It's about giving hope a solid foundation. Because real optimism isn't blind. It's prepared. So, here's the truth. Optimism isn't your enemy. It's your ally, if you know how to handle it. The key isn't to be less optimistic. It's to be more prepared. Use the Premortem to see the risks. Use the optimism budget to balance your dreams with your plans. And when you look at tomorrow, let your future self be the dreamer, but let your present self be the planner. Because the best kind of optimism isn't blind hope. It's hope with a backup plan. So, I have one question for you to leave you with. What's one area of your life where you're being too optimistic right now? Think about it and drop it in the comments below. I'll be waiting.